Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about ways you can reduce anxiety naturally, or a more natural route. These are things that have helped me, and hopefully some of these things, implementing them into your life, may help you too. So let's get started. So the first way that helps me reduce my anxiety is breathing. So breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, and having the inhale shorter than the exhale. So you want the exhale to be longer, and basically to meditate too if you can. Meditation definitely can be a great way to reduce anxiety. What you think in your mind affects your entire body and your entire being. So it's really important when you kind of feel like you're closing in to just sit up and breathe. I always notice when I'm starting to freak out that I'm either like crunched up or like closing off, or I'm breathing very shallow. So just breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, or just breathing in and out through your mouth can make such a big difference in your life. And I really recommend it for anyone. Next thing is going to be vitamins and minerals. So I think it's really good to take a look at the minerals and the vitamins that you guys are taking or you're not taking, and to be aware of what you might be lacking. So for me, I always got really grouchy in the winter time. I used to live in the East Coast, and during the winter I would always feel very groggy and just like my body was just like tired. Later on, when I worked at a food co-op, I found things like D3, which have really helped with my mood, and people on the East Coast usually lack D3, vitamin D you could say, and this is what causes like that seasonal depression, SAD. So getting some supplements in you like vitamin D can really help with your anxiety and the sadness you feel during those winter seasons, or even anytime if you're just lacking sun. The thing that I like to take, vitamin C. Right now I've been taking it, but this is just what I found at Whole Foods. I don't usually take vitamin C because I feel like I get it enough in my foods, but I was just safe and took vitamin C for this time period. As well, I take vitamin B12. So this is another important one for me because I am vegan. Although I will say again, I feel as though I get it from my foods because I eat nutritional yeast. But it's good to take it and good to have, because it's something that if you're a vegan or non-meat eater, you're not going to have B12 unless they like take nutritional yeast. But that is something that I like to think helps my body. Obviously, I can't tell if I'm getting, if I notice it or not, because it's something that I'm constantly taking. And I've been vegan for over a year, so it's something that I can't always like tell if it's working, but I like to think it is. So it's definitely helped me. And then my last one that I love is this Calm magnesium supplement. So a lot of people are deficient in magnesium, and it's one of the 7 macro minerals in our body. So it's very important to be getting magnesium. And I'll tell you, when I take this, it completely does relax me, and it also really helps with my digestive system. So I really like this. I always hit myself in the face. I really like this. It's really great. And it's something I also discovered when I worked at a food co-op. I do swear by some of the things I've learned at the food co-op, honestly, because it was hippier than a Whole Foods. Like, it was a really cool place. Another great way to reduce anxiety is by reducing your stimulants and also depressants. So what am I referring to? Coffee and alcohol. So I truly believe that some people are just not meant for coffee and they're not meant for alcohol. And for me, I think I'm one of those people. Drinking coffee makes me very jittery and makes me very like shaky. And I realized that I always knew that, but I was just like, whatever. Like it's like everyone drinks coffee, so it's very normalized to drink coffee in the morning as soon as you wake up. But once I started switching to decaf and then slowly switching to caffeine, I've seen a tremendous difference. I really like how other teas affect me rather than drinking coffee. It's not so abrupt, it's a little bit more calm.
They have like yerba mate, you have Earl Grey tea or even green tea, which has a lot of antioxidants. It's your pick, or you can just do herbal teas. I just think tea is awesome, and it helps with my not feeling so anxious and not having my heart race when I'm drinking, opposed to when I'm drinking coffee.
Another thing that I like to do that reduces my anxiety is alcohol. So I find that alcohol, it not only messes with like my body and like my fat deposits and all that stuff, but I don't really like it. The older I get, the more I'm like, oh, this doesn't really make sense, and it messes with like my circadian rhythm, how I'm sleeping, everything. So I think that's another thing that if you have anxieties, I think that it might be a good idea to try to reduce consumption of alcohol. And I know that sounds annoying because I feel like everyone says that, but it really does work. It really does. Try it out. Try slowly reducing your coffee intake, slowly reducing your alcohol intake, and you might be surprised by how you feel after all that. You can really feel good about your body, and your body might react to being more aligned without dependencies of alcohol or coffee. So that's the thing. Another thing that I find that some people don't talk about is gut health. Just making sure your gut is feeling okay. You're excreting whatever is going through you enough. Are you is your stomach bloated? Does it hurt? Is it hard? Are you constipated? All of these things. These things really matter because your gut is a very good indication of your health. And sometimes when the gut is not feeling well, the mind is not feeling well either. And these things work together. So it's really important to be getting enough fiber, fruits, and vegetables. And that can be as easy as getting a protein shake, or adding some chia seeds to your meals, or just eating more fruits and vegetables. Simple as that. And learning ways to eat more fruits and vegetables, not just eating them raw if that's not what you like. Because with all of these tips, it's about incorporating it into your life to make it work for you and not for the masses. Another thing I do to reduce anxiety is having a bedtime routine. So this one, I'm gonna be honest, I'm still working on it. It's still not 100% complete, but for me, I like to shower before bed, make sure everything's cleaned up, step away from my phone, or my computer needs to be like shut off. No more computer right before bed. I don't even like it really on my bed because it can get overwhelming to have too much consumption of like any social media or anything right before bed. As well, another tip that I just recently got that was really good is by reducing your phone all the way down, so that way your eyes are getting used to not looking at a super bright screen but looking at a very dim light, so it can help you fall asleep. Another thing that is really great is taking sleepy time tea with hawthorn in it. So hawthorn is like that secret ingredient that's in like super sleepy time teas, or even this is Trader Joe's Well Rested. Just look for on the back if it says hawthorn, and that's what's going to really help you fall asleep at night. So I find these teas to be better than like melatonin or NyQuil, all of those things. you know, your body already produces melatonin, so why are you taking excess melatonin? It doesn't really make much sense. You can take it in very, very small quantities, but it's not particularly healthy if you're taking like 3 to 5 to 10 milligrams of melatonin. It's just, I would say that's not a good idea. That's just my opinion, but just drinking tea, relaxing your body. Obviously, I take this before bed almost every night. This is awesome. And I like to drink hot tea, like I said. It's just really calming, and then reading a book before bed or journaling is really, really calming, which brings me to my last one. So journaling is something that really helps with anxiety, because a lot of anxiety can come from like rumination and feelings that are kind of overwhelming in the mind. It's just like your mind is like playing a war with itself, and having a journal and writing out your feelings, what you want, your desires, even making lists has really helped me, because it helps me see that, hey, every day I'm getting a little bit done, or here are my thoughts, or here are my really good thoughts. And just having a journal really helps get what's in your mind that's consuming you out onto paper. And I guess it's a way of like validation. It validates you, and it makes you feel like it's out there, it's your story, and you're validated for that, and it's on paper. So it's a good feeling to be able to journal. At first, I never liked journaling. Oh, this shirt. I never liked journaling because I felt like, I don't know, it felt weird. But now I'm like, this is so essential, and it actually does help. And it's interesting to see what you wrote like a year ago or like 2 years ago. So I like it. It works. And it feels good to write down your story, because this is your life, and everyone has a story, and you deserve to tell yours. So those are some of the things I do to reduce my anxiety. I hope some of these will help you guys, and I will link descriptions down below on some of the products that I have been using that have been really helping me. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe, but only if you want to. Bye!